Okay. Hey guys, me Poppy Rain here, coming to you with another video. Today's video is going to be showing you what I got Daddy for Daddy Day. You know, I actually gave him his gift early. Because Daddy works 11 to 7:30, I believe. Or 12 to 7:30, something like that. For the next 3 days. And then he's off Tuesday. I don't know if he's off Wednesday. He's off Thursday. He didn't really tell me what his schedule was for next week. Just that he's off Thursday. Because we were supposed to take the car in to get new tires. And he said they said either Wednesday or Thursday. He said Thursday was better, so I'm assuming he's working Wednesday. So I actually ordered this for him off eBay. So Daddy is big into zombies. One of his favorite shows is Walking Dead. And two of his favorite shows were, well, before he watched them all, was Walking Dead and iZombie. He's seen all of iZombie, all of Walking Dead. Daddy likes a lot of shows, like, we also watch Dog the Bounty Hunter and Larry the Cable Guy, Only in America. And he watches Hoarding Buried Alive and Storage Wars, Pawn Stars, American Pickers. I mean, he'll watch that occasionally. He watched Grey's Anatomy with me. So, Daddy has a small knife collection. The knife he carries around is currently the one I gave him. That my ex had left a bunch of knives behind. And I tried to sell them when I needed money. But that was a flop. So I gave one to my girlfriend's brother. And I honestly don't even think he still has it. And the other one, I gave to Daddy. And then the other one I ended up just keeping. So, I have an obsession with the Zombie Sword and Knife set. That's one of my dream sets to have. Besides a replica of Legolas from Lord of the Rings. His one. And I also want the Keyblades from Kingdom Hearts, which are technically not, whatever. They're technically not knives or swords. Because I do have a collection, which sometime I'll do a video on. I'm trying to think how many swords I have in my collection. I have one I bought at a Renaissance fair. 2 I bought off Amazon. 1 I thrifted. And then I have my 2 big swords. And then I think I have like 7 swords and then a bunch of knives and daggers. And I have some Children of the Corn looking ones. I have a batarang. I have a bunch of dragon ones. I have one that kind of looks like a machete. The one that I tried to sell, that I ended up keeping. I have a bunch. I have 1 pocket knife, besides my batarang. There's one an ex gave me, that she got from a friend supposedly, but I think she probably stole it. But, so, My dream has been to get the zombie knife set. This is not part of the set. I really like the green set. So since Daddy had said something about, yeah, it'd be cool to have a knife for killing zombies. Or a sword for killing zombies, but they were really expensive and I couldn't find one that wasn't like overpriced. So I just got him this one for $10. So it's got the string attached to it to put around your wrist. While you're holding it, you would hold it this way. I'll show you when I take it out. Because it's got the notches on the handle for your fingers. I'm not sure what these holes are for, but there's 2 holes. As you can see, the handle is rubber. This is stainless steel. I think it's like painted because there's minor scratches in it. And it's got the scabbard, whatever you call the sword cover. I wish though this one, I mean it is a knife one, but like my sword, a lot of my swords that have the covers are either short, like dagger size, because like I said, I have a bunch of like Children of the Corn, sickle style, like crescent moon style ones, and a couple of those have covers. My decorated sword, my decorated knife has one. Daddy does carry around a pocket knife. He has a couple, but he carries around the one I gave him. Because in New York, in case you don't know, blade laws, they can only be from here to here. So like the size of your palm, basically, is the biggest you can carry. Which I don't necessarily think is fair. Because like me, like I can't, like none of my, or literally I don't think a single one of my I think I might be able to carry my one pocket knife that my ex gave me. But other than that, the rest I can't carry because they're all too small. Or they're all too big. The batarang is too big. Daddy couldn't even carry that. I don't know technically if you can even legally carry that. And then the swords and knives you can have, the other ones that are bigger, like this size, you can have for collecting purposes. But you have to transport them, they have to be either in a case like this or wrapped up to be able to do that. I actually learned from the guy that I bought my Zelda sword, as I call it, from. So, it's got the case. The cases are really good. It's like nylon. They're medium hard. They're not like solid hard, but they're hard enough. So obviously, with swords, no one under the age of 18 should have a sword. It's not safe. It's a weapon. I mean, the one that I bought from the Renaissance Fair, though, that I would give to, that one you could give to a teenager safely, like an older teenager, you know, like a high schooler, maybe a little older, like, you know, like, maybe like 10th grade or older, because it's, if you guys don't know what LARPing is live action role play where you go out and you reenact things. It is set to whatever the standards are. It was created for whatever the standards are for role play. So it's not sharp at all. I mean, yes, it is metal. So it's dangerous because it is metal. But usually a lot of times in LARPing they use wooden or foam swords. But for more realistic purposes, I think it's more for reenacting, for going to Renaissance fairs and stuff. Because you can't really carry around weapons. They have to be piece tied. If you don't know what piece tying is, I don't know if this is true for all states, but at least here in New York, they have to be piece tied, which means they pretty much have to be zip tied. Either to your back, like if they're plastic, they don't have to be covered like this. But if they're any kind of metal, then they do have to be covered, and they have to be piece tied. Every place is different how they do it. Some places has to be piece tied like to your person. Other times it just has to be piece tied to, like, so it would be piece tied so that you cannot physically take it, so that there is no way you can take it out of here. Some places, again, it depends. Some places you have to piece tie them with zip ties. Sometimes they just let you use a string. A string is usually for smaller events, such as like when we go to Robicon. You can have certain weapons. Like there's a small limit to them. And you cannot have any metal weapons. They'll have to be like plastic. Like honestly, the only real weapons you can carry around are staffs. Because I've done that twice now. When I did my Ray costume, I carried around Ray's staff that we had homemade. And then when we did Harley Quinn and Joker, we both had staffs that we carried around. Joker and Riddler. So, yeah, so make sure when buying a knife or a sword or a dagger or anything, make sure you know your blade laws for your state. Because technically they're supposed to somehow ID you. Because you have to be 18 or older to purchase. Or maybe it's 21 and older. I can't remember if it's 21 or 18. Because I know when I bought the one at the store, the one that I told you that kind of looks like a katana, or that kind of looks like a machete, small machete, that my mom had bought me. We bought it at an antique store, about a half hour from here, half hour away. And my mom didn't have any money on her. She had just come back from Israel. She'd been on a trip, so she only had Visa gift cards on her. Like she only had Visa gift cards, but she didn't have any with her. So she had to borrow money, and then she gave it back to me. Because she had taken me for my birthday. She had bought some, like, olive oil and stuff for herself. She bought me one of my Lee Middletons. After she swore she wouldn't buy me another doll ever again. And she bought me my knife. And the lady literally argued with me. I can't sell you this. You have to be 18. My mom's like, oh. The lady was about to start an argument with me about it, because she's like, when I wanted to see it, she looked at me kind of funny, like, you're really going to let your child play with a knife? Because, obviously, most people think I'm 12. My friend's boyfriend, that I'll talk about more in my birthday video, because I went out to dinner with them last night for my birthday, so that I look like I'm about 16, 17. Most people say I look 12. But my mom's like, oh, perfect. She just turned 21 today. She's like, well, good thing it's her 21st birthday then. And I go to hand her my ID, because of course no one believes me. Because it's funny, when I go to the casino, they literally have to scan my ID like 2 or 3 times before it'll go through. But anyways, so we're going to open this. So it's got the, sometimes they snap here. My rainbow sword that I have, that has like the smaller one. It's not quite a dagger size, but it's almost a dagger size. Snaps closed. This is just simple Velcro. I mean, I feel like the snaps are a little bit sturdier, but these hold pretty well. So you pull it out. Obviously, always hold it away from you. So this is upside down, but I probably should not be holding it this close to my face. But as you can see, this is painted. You can see some of the scratches. It's painted metal. I don't know if this is gonna, I'm gonna see if this camera will focus, but it says zombie killer on it, with like the little zombie logo. This is the proper way to hold it. This end, this edge right here is not sharp. This is just decoration. Then it gets sharp here. I mean, it's like as you can see, I'm lightly rubbing my finger against it and it's not cutting me. Because they don't make them super sharp. I don't know if you can sharpen these. But most of mine are this sharp or less sharp. I do have one that I think that's a little bit sharper. But, I mean, it's not actually so much that it's sharp. It's that it's more pointy. The end is more pointy, and I've been stabbed with it a couple times because it's kind of heavy. And it comes up, if you put it tip to handle, it comes up to my waist. So it's pretty tall. It's pretty big, so it's really awkward for me to hold. But that's my favorite thing about the one I bought from my science fair, is it's nice and light. It's not like super like paper thin light, but it's pretty light and it's really nice for me to hold and shorter. So here's the proper way to hold it. You hold it. You would technically put this around your wrist. Obviously, in my case, I would probably tighten that. But then you hold it like that. In your, whatever your dominant hand is, you know. So you can cut, clean cut. Because the only way to kill a zombie is by cutting their head off. This will be a nice, clean, smooth cut. I mean, it's not super heavy. I mean, it's about the length from elbow to fingertip. If you guys can see that. Elbow to fingertip. So it's not super long, but it's not super short either. Overall, it's a decent little knife for 10 bucks. Oh, I just realized that it does say that it is stainless steel. I don't like, though, that it goes in. Whoops. I put it in backwards. Sorry. That's one thing, too, is you have to make sure you put it in correctly. I put it in backwards. If you put it in incorrectly, it'll be really loose. In there like that. And it'll wiggle around and it won't fit in correctly. Typically, like the one thing I don't like about this, though, I mean, sorry, is how much shorter the case is. Because I'm so used to them being like almost to the top. This is really short, but I mean, also the ones I have are made to go over your shoulder. Like if you've ever seen in movies like a bow and arrow, they cross it over them. Like it's usually crossed. It's meant to cross over. But overall, it's a great little knife. Daddy likes it. It'll go good. He has, can't see it, but up there on the shelf behind all his pops, he has a replica Lucille from Walking Dead. If you guys have ever seen Walking Dead, you'll know who Lucille is. She's, I'm drawing a blank of the person's name. I've only seen, I got through halfway through season 3. It's, what's his face is Bat. It's got the barbed wires and the spikes that I got him for his birthday last time we were together. So yeah, that's all I'm going to really say about this knife. Overall, highly recommend it. I don't remember the name of the seller that I bought it from, but just look up zombie knives on eBay, and you should be able to find it. I hope you guys all enjoy that, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!